There's something about quantum physics that makes the mind stretch and the ego squirm. Because just when you think you have it all figured out, we know how reality works, that it's something solid, predictable, and linear, quantum theory comes in and says, actually, not quite. Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Heron, and today we are dancing at the edge of science and mystery to explore a question that keeps coming up in the world of consciousness. Does quantum physics have anything to do with how we create or perceive our reality? And maybe more importantly, what does it mean for us? Now, first up, let me say this. We're not going to solve the mysteries of the universe in 7 minutes, but we can open a door, a window even, and peek through. So let's start here at the quantum level. Reality doesn't behave the way it does on the surface. Particles can exist in two places at once. They can be entangled across space and time. And perhaps the most curious of all, they behave differently depending on if they're being observed or not. In the famous double slit experiment, researchers found that particles of light, photons, acted like waves when unobserved, but collapsed into particles when measured, as if the act of watching them changed them. Now, that might sound like a bit of science fiction, but it's verified science. So what does it mean for us? Well, it suggests that consciousness, the act of observation, might play a role in shaping physical reality. And that leads to one of the most provocative ideas in both spiritual and scientific circles, that perhaps the universe is not entirely out there. Perhaps it's what we're responding to. Perhaps it's what is in here. Now, Dr. Amit Goswami, a theoretical physicist and one of my professors during my master's in consciousness, calls this the primacy of consciousness. He says consciousness, not matter, is the ground of all being. And that's a bold claim. But it aligns with what mystics, sages, and metaphysical thinkers have said for centuries, that we don't just live in the universe, we participate in its unfolding. Now, let's not get carried away. Quantum physics doesn't just mean that we can manifest a Lamborghini by thinking hard enough. But what it does suggest is that our attention, intention, and awareness influences more than we might realize. Because just like a particle responds to being observed, so too does our experience shift when we bring conscious awareness to it. Have you ever noticed how an emotion intensifies when you fight it, but softens when you sit with it? Or how an intention, once clearly declared and felt, seems to call opportunities towards it? That's not magic, that's resonance. That's alignment. That's consciousness influencing form. Let me offer a metaphor. Imagine reality is like a field of possibility, an infinite ocean of waves. And your consciousness, it's the stone dropped into the ocean. It sends ripples. It sets energy in motion, not by force, but by presence. You don't have to control the ocean. You just have to show up clearly. Now, in NLP, we work with this idea all the time, even if we don't use quantum language. When we shift internal representations, change beliefs, anchor new states, we're influencing the field of our experience. We're collapsing possibilities into new patterns of being. And when that shift is deeply aligned, when it comes not just from our head, but from consciousness, it sticks. It moves with the whole system, like energy finding a new groove in the sand. There's also a concept in quantum physics called superposition, where a particle exists in multiple potential states until observed. And if we borrow that metaphor, couldn't we say the same is true for our lives? Until we make a conscious choice, until we declare an intention, Until we step out of an old program and into something new, we remain in kind of a limbo. We're multiple versions of who we could be, waiting to be chosen. And when we choose from consciousness, not from fear or habit, from consciousness, that's when shift happens. That's when the wave becomes a particle. That's when a dream becomes a decision. Deepak Chopra once said, the universe is not outside of you. Look inside of yourself. Everything that you want, you already are. And while that might sound poetic, it aligns with what quantum thinkers like Goswami, Penrose, even Einstein hinted at, that consciousness may be the thread that connects everything. Now, is all of this fully proven? No. And maybe it's not supposed to be, because consciousness isn't about what we can measure. It's about what we can feel, what we can choose, what we can become aware of. So here's my invitation to you. Don't worry about understanding quantum physics. Instead, start living as if your presence matters, as if your attention changes things, because it does. Watch how people respond when you are being fully present and full of presence. Notice how your energy shifts when you release judgment. Observe how the field around you, your mood, your thoughts, your circumstances subtly shift when you shift internally. That's not theoretical, that's observable. And it's powerful. Because even if we don't have all of the answers, one thing is clear. When you live from consciousness, when you stop reacting and start relating, when you bring awareness into the moment rather than racing ahead or looping behind, something sacred happens. You become the observer, the ripple, the presence, and the world around you, it begins to respond. Thank you for exploring this cosmic corner with me. Keep questioning, keep expanding. And remember, you don't need to understand the entire universe to start participating in it more consciously. Now, we are halfway through the consciousness series. Be sure to catch them all on my YouTube channel. Feel free to like and share them too. And I will see you in the next moment that we meet.